Most people think babies get expensive when you buy the crib and stroller. That is not the real cost. The real cost is everything that keeps coming after that. One recent estimate says a baby's first year in the United States can cost around $20,745, and that is before childbirth. And childbirth itself is its own financial event. Kaiser Family Foundation says pregnancy, childbirth, and postpartum care average $20,416 in total spending, including about $2,743 out of pocket for women in employer plans, and the baby starts generating medical costs immediately. Kaiser Family Foundation says newborns under 3 months averaged about $5,820 in total health spending, including $475 out of pocket. But for a lot of families, the biggest expense in year 1 is not diapers or toys. It is childcare. Care.com says infant daycare averages $332 a week in the United States, or about $1,439 a month. Stretch that over a full year, and daycare alone is roughly $17,264. A family care center, basically home daycare, averages about $323 a week, or around $1,400 a month. If you need a nanny, the cost jumps again. Care.com says infant nanny care averages about $21.49 an hour, or roughly $3,725 a month. That is nearly $45,000 a year just for infant care, and infant care costs more for a reason. Care.com notes that many states require lower caregiver-to-child ratios for infants than for older kids. Childcare Aware says the national average price of childcare in 2024 was $13,128, and that already exceeds the federal 7% affordability benchmark for subsidized care. In 41 states plus Washington, D.C., the average annual price of center-based infant care is even higher than in-state college tuition. Then come diapers. Healthy Children says you can expect around 3,000 diapers in year 1, costing roughly $1,000, and that is not even counting wipes, diaper creams, and all the other diapering extras. Feeding matters too. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends exclusive breastfeeding for about 6 months after birth. But breastfeeding does not always mean zero cost. Healthcare.gov says most plans must cover breastfeeding support, counseling, and a breast pump. And if you use formula, that becomes a real budget category. Healthy Children calls formula a significant expense, and the United States Department of Agriculture's Special Supplemental Nutrition Program for women, infants, and children even includes monthly formula allowances for eligible families. Healthcare keeps showing up after the birth, too. The American Academy of Pediatrics' first-year visit schedule runs from the 3 to 5 day visit all the way to the 12-month checkup, and the vaccine schedule starts early. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention shows doses at birth, then again at 2, 4, 6, and 12 months. Then, there is all the everyday stuff people underestimate: clothing, feeding supplies, nursery basics, and gear. Even broad first-year estimates include all of that. The trap is thinking the stroller is the expensive part. For many working parents, childcare is the category that really blows the budget open. If grandparents or relatives can help, the math changes fast. Paid care is often the difference between manageable and overwhelming. If you need full-time daycare, you are looking at roughly $1,400 a month on average, just for that one line item. If you need a nanny instead, that can push the monthly cost to roughly $3,700. And national averages are only the starting point. Childcare Aware says those averages do not fully capture state and local differences. That is why 2 families can both have healthy babies and still end up with completely different first-year costs. So what is the realistic headline number? A recent estimate puts the first year at about $20,745 before childbirth. Broken down monthly, that is about $1,729 per month before delivery costs. So the real cost of having a baby in the first year is not one giant bill. It is a constant stream of smaller bills that never really stops.